One of the key skills that we teach teams is to continuously read the room as they are engaging in their team dynamics. So for example, they might be working on next year's strategy. And as they talk about the content of next year's strategy, what the leaders in the room do is continuously pay attention to how the conversation about the content of next year's strategy is being had. So again, it's not so much about the content, that's important, but the bigger question is, how are we having this conversation? Because leaders on conscious teams understand that if they're having the conversation from a place of survival, it's going to limit their possibilities. And so if they are sensing any survival going on in the room, in the energy of the room, or maybe individuals, they're willing to pause and reset and even ask and inquire with the team members that perhaps are going into that survival state and see what's coming up for them. They're willing to pause and perhaps have what many leaders consider the uncomfortable conversation, because they know that if the conversation is being had from a place of survival, their possibilities are limited. And so leaders of conscious teams are willing to continuously pay attention and reset the room to move back into curiosity, back into openness, because from that place, possibilities are infinite. We're open, we're relaxed and alert, but we're not in survival mode. So as soon as the room begins to go into survival, or an individual has a response, I challenge individual leaders to, one, call themselves out if they're feeling triggered or they're going into survival mode, or if a leader in the room notices that that's happening, for them to actually call it out and reset and invite anyone to share if they're withholding perhaps any resistance to what's being shared or how things are being discussed. So it's a big skill for leaders of conscious teams to be able to notice what's happening in the room. And the benefit is, again, if you notice that the team is in survival, you notice that your possibilities are being limited because, again, people are in a threatened state. So the work is to pause, reset, inquire, shift the state of the group, of the team, because from that place you open up more possibilities.